up.
What are you looking up? The angry birds in Australia?
Is it an emu?
That's what I said. Hello, everybody.
Oh, sorry.
You told me to hit record, and then you start like talking about stuff. This was not like worth saving for our people, Gia. They don't need this. We're talking about like all the fascinating creatures of Australia and the cute ones.
I guess it's an emu. I guess it is an emu. What I was thinking of.
Okay.
So,
all right.
I'm sorry I rejected you.
That's okay. They want to kill their handlers. You're saying?
Well, this one account that I'm following, they seem to be very angry birds.
Oh, okay. But otherwise, there's some very cute critters over there in Australia. The quokka and the wombat, of course, the koala. Who doesn't love a koala? Those are all very, very cute animals. So, hats off to you, Australia.
Yeah, go Australia. Australia is home to some very large, charismatic birds. That means angry.
Angry. That's bird speak for angry.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Anyway, we're here to talk about General Hospital.
Yeah, believe it or not, and I'm sure it's hard to believe. But yeah, so maybe before we start, we should make it a practice of thanking everybody for tuning in.
All right. Thanks for tuning in.
While they're still here, nice to have Chandra. Chandra reached out.
Chandra reappeared.
Yep. So that's a relief. Yep. We would like to make sure.
A cute picture of a crocheted pony, which I don't know if you saw that.
I don't like people encouraging these things that you're attached to.
The little crochet animals.
Yeah.
Speaking of attached to, we will talk about General Hospital.
See, if anybody bet that we wouldn't.
I donated my saddle last night. Yeah. I was very attached to it. Yeah, it was.
You donated it.
Yeah, I hooked up with somebody that has horses, and I was talking to her about it. And she rides Western, not Eastern. And
thank you,
as you say.
Yeah,
but she knows a bunch of people, and she's like, when I said, I just want to give it to somebody, I want somebody, and she was like, really? That's she thought that was awesome, and she was like, I can find somebody. I'm like, I want somebody to use it, but just send me a picture of it. When you find the person, just send me a picture of it on the horse so I can.
Not on their husband.
Right. I don't need to see that, but if that's
that's how they use it, that's up to them.
If that floats your boat, whatever. But
as long as it's getting used, is that the bottom line?
As long as it's getting used, smell the leather. Come in and smell the leather. So I gave it one final oiling, and we met at a restaurant last night, and we had it like over the railing behind us at the restaurant.
That all sounds somewhat filthy. You gave it one last oiling, and then you met at a restaurant. For what? For the exchange.
For the exchange.
Oiled saddle.
Yeah. Yes.
Why not at like a stable or something where the horses are?
Well, because she lives far away, so we met at, like in between spot.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to assume this is above board.
I think so. We'll see.
Okay.
Anyway, I just wanted to let you know that little piece of growing up, I've achieved that little bit of growing up because I was. You're no
longer like a little pony girl?
I'm trying to, not be.
That's got to be hard for you, Gia. We're here for you. Your table and piano family is here for you.
It's hard to admit that I'm just too old to partake of that lifestyle anymore, and too poor. Like the really important element is poor.
Yeah. Oh dear, that's too bad. Well, at least now you've got your little crocheted menagerie to keep you company.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, you want to talk about hospital? We did have a fair amount of stuff happening.
I guess we did. Was any of it electrifying?
Not electrifying, but movement on various storylines, because we complain a lot about things stretching out too long. So.
We do. And I guess first we should talk about the Tuesday 60-second anniversary of General Hospital.
Right. Yeah, I already kind of put that out of my head. Yeah,
Yeah,
what'd you
that
think?
was. I'm going to use your but that was sort of a one-off in that it was kind of self-contained, and it seemed like it could have
Exactly.
been
Yeah. Yeah.
filmed like in a different sequence, right, from the other episodes this week because
Yeah.
they, you know,
Yeah. I thought it was odd that they
no clips.
well, no clips, and I've seen online that, clips cost money and they're cheap, so they just didn't.
What? Clips cost money? I mean, don't they
Yeah.
own the footage? I don't know what's
I
happening
don't
here.
know. I guess maybe royalties to the actors or something, or I'm not sure.
That seems
Um,
weird, doesn't it? Huh.
maybe, but maybe it's like music and you have to give credit. I don't know. But
Maybe,
that's
yeah.
I'm just telling you what I've seen online. That doesn't mean it's true.
Okay, okay.
But I thought it was weird, the whole cardiac wing or unit or
Mhm.
whatever. Like,
Mhm.
couldn't they have woven that into the storyline up to that point so it didn't feel so
Yeah.
isolated, you know?
I know, I know. I was thinking that too, especially since like Sonny was the donor, so theoretically he was inspired by his own heart problems, right?
Right. I kind of was waiting for him to do the like clutching of the heart after
Clutching. Yeah.
service, or
Yeah.
ceremony, and
That would have been fun.
yeah,
Let's give this baby a run. Let's
yeah,
see
like
if it works.
yeah, clear. Um, but so I thought, well, seems a little short-sighted. They could have.
Yeah.
They knew it
Yeah.
was coming. Why didn't they? I
And
don't know.
was that meant to be the tribute to Monica? Because it didn't really
Also
seem like it was.
online, I have read that don't worry, that is not the
Oh,
tribute to Monica.
okay. All right. I'll
But it
calm
was
down.
Monica heavy. It was Monica
It was
heavy, and it's
Monica heavy. It just
yeah.
seemed like they kept setting up these moments where you were expecting a clip, and I don't.
I
I
know,
don't.
yeah, I know, and then nothing,
Nothing.
burger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird. 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 Weird.
But
Oh.
yeah, it did feel a little just, I don't know, not cheesy is maybe going too far, but
Maybe a little, yeah. I mean, I was kind of there with you in moments. Yet seemed like it was verging on cheesy. But then there were other moments where I found myself getting a little choked up. How about you,
yeah, I mean
Gia?
it's yeah, I wanted to. I'm in on like let's pay tribute to this show that's
Yeah,
been
yeah,
making us happy and angry and frustrated for so long,
yeah. I think that's what was moving to me. Like when the pros, like when Laura had a scene. I liked her scene with
Yeah,
Curtis,
yeah,
and
yeah.
Anna, and Sonny. And I thought like when these like champs who have been in the show for so long are talking about these years, you kind of feel like it's them they're talking about,
Well, really, they are. I mean, they
you
are.
know. I mean, they've been in this for so long, and I looked up what year Jeannie Francis started on the show, and it was 1977. She is
Wowza.
she's as old as the show is. She's 62, so she was born the year the show hit the air.
Oh, that's
Um,
wacky, huh? Yeah.
isn't it? Yeah, but yeah, having been on from 1977 on and off, but a lot on, She only got
What year did you start watching?
let's see. Well, it was that Luke Laura era, and it was like the Luke raping Laura era too. They were all like right in the center of the show, and Scotty's the one that got me hooked on the show. Thought he was so
So
cute.
70s for sure, but
Yeah, yeah. I think I was like
yeah,
14 or 15, and a friend of mine watched it, so we would go over
yeah.
to her house, and I got kind of hooked on it too.
Yeah, and
Um,
then you hooked me on it in the
yeah,
90s, I guess.
yeah. Must have been after graduate school, huh?
During that time, I think.
Was it
Were
when
you
we were in
watching it?
school? Yeah, I
Yeah,
was.
I think you'd
Yeah, a
be
little
like
bit.
over at
Yeah.
your place and you'd have it on, and I was like,
Oh,
oh,
okay.
what is this crap?
And look at us now.
Yeah, aw. And wait a minute, what'd she say? What'd he say? Wait a minute, who's sleeping with who? What?
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah, but Laura, she only won one Emmy for the role, I think, in
Huh.
2007.
Wow. Yeah, you'd think there'd be more. Yeah.
You would have thought. I mean,
So
because
that
she seems like she's really strong these days. Like maybe even like a better actor now, like in this current
probably,
era,
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
than when she was
Yeah,
just a kid.
I believe that she is the mayor. Like I really
I do
believe it.
too. I know. I know. I agree because I keep thinking it's so great that she's making time for all of these people that she cares about when she's so busy.
As the mayor, I know. Yeah, oh yeah, she's got the chops for sure now. Yeah.
Yeah, she really does. She's just settled into that role so nicely.
The show is older than me.
Yeah, that's old.
It's not older than you though, is it?
Yeah, it's a little older than me. I'm 61. Thank you. Thanks for that. Bitch. I didn't mean that.
The show is older than
Keisha. It's older than both of
Barely.
us. Yeah.
Yes, okay.
Barely. Oh dear. Okay, so
anyway, I similar experience. I enjoyed parts of that, but it felt like it could have been worked in a little more naturally to the week.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, because like you said, I mean, they've known this day was coming for a long time. So yeah.
But yeah, and it was very Monica heavy, so I guess they're really going to lay it on thick when they finally do get around to.
Yeah, I guess
she has to. They have to work in how is she going to pass away on the show.
Right. Yeah, they were hinting heavily that she was ill. So they must be thinking that that's going to be the explanation.
They've laid the groundwork for sure. Nobody, the characters, like Tracy does a good job of really sort of lamenting her absence and so I'm like, it's going to be rough watching Tracy. Like Tracy feels kind of like she's all alone now.
She does seem like that, unless like Stella's around for her a little bit.
Yeah.
It was nice to see Ned and Tracy together. Nice to see Ned also, I think.
Yeah. I guess Kevin must be really out. I mean, I wonder if he's still going to be on, or if they're going to have to explain him away.
I know. I don't know what's up there. That's always sad if you like one of your characters that you really like.
Program, right? Didn't he get some other program?
Maybe. Oh, yeah. Did you hear that Erica Slezak from One Life to Live might be coming over to hospital as Monica's sister or something like that? I don't know if that's confirmed, like if that's legit news or not. She was Vicky. She was Vicky on One Life to Live. She was one of the main women, strong women on the show for a long time. That would be interesting. I don't know if we've ever talked.
Erica Slezak?
Slezak, I think is her name. Slezak. Let me see.
You remember the Slezaks?
What? Slezaks? What are you talking about?
Slezaks. What show are they from?
I think I don't know. You're talking nonsense now, Gia.
Oh, you must
come back to us. Come back to us.
The Land of the Lost. The Land of the Lost.
Oh, jeez. No,
Slezaks are a reptilian humanoid species from the Land of the Lost.
Oh, I'm so sorry that I made it possible for you to talk about this. I'm sorry, everyone. This is my fault.
And the hissing sound they make when breathing. You never watched that Land of the Lost?
No. Mm-mm.
Seriously? It was like Saturday morning staple.
No.
Were you so oppositional as a child that if it was popular, you just weren't going to go there?
Was it popular though, Gia?
Was it popular?
I'm going to say no. No, it was not.
You should be getting that in your messages.
Oh, God. Not fair to send me crap during the podcast. Nobody wants this.
But no, they breathe. They had this funny, like, you can always hear them coming from miles away. So it's just surprising that she would still be acting with those breathing problems. That's all.
I can't talk to you when you're like this.
I'm still feeling kind of bad that I just talked about my sphincters on the whole last podcast.
Yeah, so this is better, definitely.
I know. I was super tired last time.
And then when you're very, very tired, apparently the sphincters rise to the surface in your mind.
Because they stopped working.
I don't know. Let's try to right this ship.
Okay. Okay, so we covered, what was that? Was that Tuesday?
That was Tuesday, yeah. And the one unfortunate part of that, which seemed very obnoxious and unnecessary, and did kind of link it, I guess, to the other two episodes, was Lucy crashing that celebration with Sidwell. I mean, what the hell? You know?
Yeah, and I mean, knowing that she was stealing the stage, and knowing that there would be huge objections to him underwriting the nurse's ball, and just classic Lucy, you know. Like, I mean, remember how she was always upstaging or trying to upstage Bobby during
Bobby, yeah. I don't know. This seems like a little too much to have to.
Speaking of Sleepstack, that's kind of like Sidwell, isn't it? You know, like.
Yeah, he's a little reptilian. Is that what you mean?
He's a little reptilian, and he's such an icky character to me right now. I don't even like his like rumbly deep voice. I'm like,
no. Yeah. And it seems like we got a lot of him this week, which was very unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, we got the big reveal of who Lucas's new buddy is.
Yeah, which wasn't really a surprise, was it? I mean,
no, because I told you that.
Okay, that's why.
Remember, I told you that I'd seen a picture.
Yeah.
That it was Natalia's son.
Yeah.
So is this our guitar playing god that won't
be
a rock star? You know, Mommy doesn't want you to be a lawyer. She wants you to be. So, and that's the other like kind of weird thing, is that this woman that came on the scene as this hate-filled homophobe has 2 children that are gay. And like,
yeah.
Does she know about him? What's his name again?
Marco.
Polo.
Not even funny. I'm going to try not to laugh because I don't want this to be encouraged.
But you said it so perfectly.
I always
full hesitation.
Well, that's such a shitty game, isn't it? You're just inviting everyone to leave the pool.
Marco Polo.
Yeah,
it is kind of shitty. Is it? Oh yeah, because a person's got their eyes closed. I was trying to remember how it was played. Yeah. Did you ever play Alligator Charge?
No. Alligator Charge. I'm not sure I want to know what that is. It sounds filthy.
It's a similar thing. It's just everybody, but you don't have to have maybe you did close your eyes. I don't remember. But everybody leaps in the pool and tries to swim to the other side with the one person trying to get them. And then they get as many people as they get. And so then they're alligators. And so then everybody's left has to try and eventually everybody's an alligator.
Okay.
These simpler times.
I guess they were,
We didn't have phones.
We didn't have phones, so everything was better before we had phones.
Well, I'm not saying it was better. I'm just saying,
I think it was better.
We spent many hours playing these stupid games at the pool.
Yeah, but at least we were doing stuff, moving around.
Doing stuff.
Anyway, okay, yeah, so we got the whole Sidwell clan now, and yeah, you're right. Natalia never really, did she ever, I don't think, mention that Marco, her son, was gay, right?
No, it was all just lamenting that she couldn't force him to stay in the music biz.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he wants to be a lawyer instead.
So did he not know she was in Port Charles? This is all a little weird, isn't it?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think we've gotten that information yet. I mean, suddenly today Sidwell is mentioning that he has a son. I mean, we didn't know. We knew that they were married, he and Natalia.
Right.
But we didn't know necessarily that was Blaze's father.
Yeah, I guess we didn't know if she had the kids from another person, but
may not be Blaze's father, of course.
Yeah.
It feels very
Anyway,
thrown together to me.
very thrown together like a salad.
What kind of a salad? I'm
Some sort of
hungry. A
not
cob? Would it be a cob?
oh, a cob would be nice. I'm thinking more like one of those salads that's got quinoa in it, or kale or something. So
Oh,
it's
more
really,
of that kind of a
yeah,
tabbouleh kind of a,
like
yeah,
I don't know, yeah,
something more hearty, kind of a hearty kind of a
maybe where the
starving.
dressing isn't the star necessarily.
Yeah, when did the dressing become the star? Was that when ranch first came on the
Oh,
scene?
probably, yeah. Who doesn't like a nice ranch dressing?
Well, when it came on the scene and we were all making it from the packets, with our
Yeah,
own mayo,
yeah.
I was like, oh my God, this is, no one have to eat that French, like, remember
Yeah,
that
yeah.
yucky bread dressing that,
The
like you had?
Catalina
Maybe I'm
dressing.
thinking of Catalina. You had that, you
Yeah.
had Italian, and you had disgusting blue cheese, and that was like it, you know?
My dad went through so much Catalina dressing.
That was like a thing for him. Did he,
He loved that
did
shit.
he do
Yeah.
shots of it? Like,
It's
was it real?
like Dad. That's just like sugar syrup, a
That's why
little
he liked
salt
it
in
so
it.
much.
But yeah. So yeah, this
Oh,
will be
yeah.
interesting if we get the whole Natalia exploding, finding out she's got a gay son too. That could be well, although she appears to have evolved a bit, right? So
Well, she tried to convince us of that. Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
that's
so the,
like that was going to be her storyline, and they were like,
mhm.
"Oh, people hate that," and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
they backpedaled and tried to.
Mhm. Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know what her deal is now. I mean, I guess I truly felt for her when Sidwell was blowing up at her. I was like, oh, so he really is a bad man. Like I
Yeah.
could feel that yuck energy from him.
Yeah, like she's really not as safe as she's trying to let herself
Yeah,
believe, right?
yeah, yeah.
Um
So that was all yucky, and I can't believe that um, they're going with him as a supplier for
I know. I know. I
just
didn't like
because they
that.
got reassured by Sasha. That still seems like
Yeah,
I don't know.
right. That was a shame that they
Yeah,
were sort of so easily swayed.
I'm glad Maxie's going to a doctor because, geez,
Man, she sounded terrible.
you can't give her a day off to.
I know. Or have somebody else like say the same lines. Like some of them didn't seem like they had to
They
come
they
from
have
her.
had people stand in on way more important storylines,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
somehow for like a few silly meetings, they've
Mhm.
got to have
Yep.
Maxie
Yeah.
croaking out a few lines.
Yeah, I know. That was a little strange.
Like they had Lucky replaced on the huge like
Right.
big
On that
day,
one, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Oh
it
man,
seems
we're,
like
we're never
five.
going to get over that, are we?
We're not, no, and we're always gonna miss my saddle.
Oh dear.
I
Uh,
know it's sad, but
it is. It's very sad, Gia. But maybe you'll give other women, other little pony girls, the strength to get rid of their
to get rid
saddles.
of
To give them
their
one final oiling.
their childhood. This is you going in the gutter. This is not me.
I'm not even picturing anything. I don't know what to what to conjure up, but it's just something about this whole ritual that you've created.
Um, I'm gonna send you a picture so you can
Ah,
like get your head out of the gutter. Just so you can see the nice ladies that I met with
okay.
and handed the saddle over there, and you
Hmm.
can see the saddle in the background.
You should share this on our Facebook, so that our
Try
listeners.
and get people to guess which one I am. I'm the one with
Yeah,
the big
yeah.
fat arms there.
Oh, yeah, there you are, huh?
Yeah,
Okay. Oh,
yeah.
and there's that creature you were talking about. That's a colorful creature.
That's a
It
slee stack. Yeah,
looks like it belongs in a Mardi Gras parade.
it
Um,
would look good in a Mardi Gras parade.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Anyway, sorry everybody.
so
Sorry.
sorry. Yeah, we're just getting sidetracked. Surprise, surprise. So
Yeah.
anyway, I don't know whether Natalia will become an interesting character. I mean, never say never because look, we're both
Yeah.
enjoying Emma now, and
We're on
that's
Team Emma all of a sudden. I don't know how it happened.
well, it happens almost every time.
Every time, yeah. The more we protest, the quicker it
Yeah,
seems to happen sometimes. And Gio's seeming a little more moody, which is
yeah.
interesting to me.
He also
A little
looks like
more.
he's been hitting the gym, like he's
Yeah, well, I was going to say he looks tired, but maybe they're related.
Oh, I was just thinking he was filling out a shirt like he was like
Yeah,
gotten
okay.
very muscly like Aiden, you know?
Uh, maybe they're trying to get everybody else to be muscly so
So
Aiden looks
so Aiden
a
doesn't
little
look
smaller.
yeah. But anyway, with it we could segue into Emma's situation because she was
Yeah.
featured for a few days here.
Yes, she was. That was mildly interesting, I guess, that she's got this little secret that she can't
This
tell
record
anybody.
and this secret. I
Hmm.
liked her for her explanation of why, when Gio is like, "Why didn't you let me
Hmm. Yeah,
train
yeah,
myself?" And she's like,
right.
I already had a record and like
Hmm.
she was
Hmm.
sounding protective of him, which was kind
Yeah,
of a nice
yeah. I like that too because it wouldn't have occurred to me that he could jeopardize his scholarship or something.
yeah, yeah, and so it was nice to see her being selfless and taking the hit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now what in the world would be in a closed file that she can't like what?
Well, I
Like
was
some
thinking maybe like if they bombed a lab or something where they were testing, your mascara on bunnies like you like to do.
my mascara.
They hate a clumping mascara, the bunnies. It makes them just so livid. These are your jokes usually.
I know, it's still funny. I just always picture because bunnies are already quite pretty and they're very attractive.
Very attractive.
When you really accentuate their eyes,
they just pop and
they yeah. I don't know if they can do much with lip products, because their lips are
No.
fuzzy.
Oh, they're so cute though when they're chewing on like a grape or something. When you see those little
Or
mouths
like
moving.
the line to your computer or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Any sort of electrical cord. Yeah.
Anything at all.
Anything. Yeah, true. Your point is well taken, Gia.
Like if they hooked up with beavers, like
Oh man, the
they could do some
destruction.
damage, huh?
Yeah, they could. Yeah. Hmm.
I wonder what evolutionary purpose that serves that they just chew and chew and chew and chew on everything.
Bunny. Well, this is another sort of design flaw, but part of it is to keep their teeth from growing because their teeth could just keep growing, and
Oh,
sometimes you
interesting.
have to like handle that if they can't manage it themselves.
Wow. I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
that's bunnies we're talking about. I don't know what
Bunnies, yeah.
the beavers
Well,
roadmap
I
looks
mean,
like.
they're like trying to take over the world just
Yeah, one tree at a time. Yeah, yeah.
yeah. Interesting.
Hmm.
I didn't know that. Okay. Horses sometimes have to have their teeth filed down if they
Yeah. Doesn't that
I
sound awful to have to do that?
yeah, I think just when it ends up being a problem tooth or something,
Uh
but
huh.
they don't like it. But
No, no, no. That's too bad. Yeah.
anyway, okay, General Hospital. We like Emma now. We
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, maybe some animal activist thing is what's hidden. Maybe somebody died or something like that. Is that
Maybe,
or
maybe. And the non-disclosure thing, like, well, I'm thinking like maybe they discovered something and that led them to bomb the lab or whatever. So she had to, promise she would never disclose what they learned about, what was going on there or something. I don't know.
okay. Well, that's a
I'm
good
just
guess.
spitballing here, Gia.
Yeah,
Okay.
spitballing. That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I didn't have anything. I just couldn't think of what it might have been. But
I don't get the feeling she did anything terrible, really, right? She's,
yeah, I just wondered if
I
something
don't know.
went wrong, but it wasn't,
Yeah, I guess, yeah,
intended. But
right. But the non-disclosure thing seems like that means there's some information that they don't want people to
yeah.
discover. But yeah, I
Could it
don't
be
know.
something tied to Anna, maybe? Like, and
Hmm.
Anna's background? I guess not really. No, it was something
Or
else.
Pikeman. Wouldn't it be great if it brought
Pikeman, pull
Pikeman
Pikeman
back?
back in.
Then we'd be out, okay? If
Yeah.
you're
Who
listening, writers,
misses
that would
Pikeman
be
at
the
this
last
point? Yeah.
straw.
Well, anyway, I am liking her. I'm liking.
Hmm.
I like that this hooking her up with Anna because
Hmm.
I mean, I think we've been expressing for a while. We feel like Anna's sort of lost her way
Yeah,
in
yeah.
life, and she's just
Hmm.
become this barking blah 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 blah. Yeah, la
Yeah.
la la, yeah, and
Just
then
a
just
suit.
yelling at people. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, she looks fabulous, but
In a suit, yes.
yeah, but she's. I mean, I don't know if she was ever idealistic, but she was. She just seems like such a rule follower now, and like she's
Yeah.
forgotten about why she's doing the things she's doing.
Yeah, I like a more soulful Anna. I like
Yeah.
a passionate Anna.
Do you like a crying Anna? Because that's basically what you
She's
get.
so good at the crying, and
Yeah.
I maybe too good. Maybe she's too good at the crying. But those actors that can't do that crying when a scene calls for it, they're really missing an opportunity.
Do they have a product? I bet they have a product where they cut away and then they put some goop in their eyes or something. They probably do. Do you think?
Maybe I don't know, Gia. I hate to think you think she's cheating.
No, no. I think she's probably good at it. I'm just thinking of the people you said that are bad at it.
They should get this product.
Yeah, I'm just wondering
Yeah,
all the
yeah.
tricks of the trade,
Hmm.
But
That reminds me, this is unrelated, but that can't be a surprise to anybody.
Yeah.
If anybody's looking for a laugh, if you watch the latest Day Drinking with Seth Meyers, he drinks with Paul Rudd, and they're very, very funny together.
Oh yeah, Paul Rudd is funny.
Yeah, the two of them together is comic gold. So I would check that out if you're feeling low. Very silly.
And speaking of actors, I think people are feeling low about Val Kilmer.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't feel like I was particularly attached to him, but it was like, oh wow, it was just a interesting guy.
Yeah, and you kind of forget all the variety of things he did.
Yeah. I watched sort of recently. I watched the I can't think of what it's called, but where he's Doc Holliday. I'm your Huckleberry. Did you see that one?
I don't think I did. No.
Have we seen anything the same at all?
Our Venn diagrams. Where do they only movies that we went to together? I guess, which would be
which you
Silence
were
of the Lambs.
angry with me about.
Yeah.
Even then, like
yeah.
Even a movie you agreed to go with, you got really angry.
Oh, that was so scary. Too scary. Unbelievably scary and disturbing.
It was disturbing.
Anyway, I was right to be angry. But yeah, Anna is good at crying. I liked her scene with Sonny when they were talking about Robin, and how Robin. And she gave him the little kiss. That made me a little choked up for some reason.
Yeah, that was kind of nice. But do you remember Jagger? There was a character named Jagger.
Not really. I don't know if anybody misses him.
I feel like we're on a little campaign between Laura and now Anna having that little scene. Like Sonny's getting redemption yet again.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. What's your point?
I don't know. I mean, maybe he's going to be brought low by Jordan, and maybe we're getting.
Maybe that's true. She's the one who seems to not want to join this Team Sonny campaign, but
so
she
maybe we're playing the long game.
Maybe. And let's see. So Anna doesn't know that Sonny's ill. Laura does.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Um, and Anna she still kind of goes back and forth, like with how she sees Sonny, depending on the day or who's
Yeah,
around,
that's
and
true. She doesn't seem to be fully like Laura seems like she's fully back
she's
in
all in. Yeah, like when she was
yeah.
standing up to Ezra Boyle,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? I
It's a
thought
great
that
name. Ezra
it's
Boyle.
it's a good name for him. Yeah, yeah, but
Um, did we already I guess we did already have the car wreck and all that, but we did
yeah.
see Sonny like Laura was breaking the news to him about
Oh yeah,
Rick.
yeah. Right, Rick and
Um,
Elizabeth. Yeah.
that
Uh-huh.
was kind of a good scene between them.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, and that did sort of just having the Tuesday episode be the tribute sort of to the show, and not addressing the car accident and all of that. It did feel a little weird,
yeah,
that
like that they're at the hospital and
yeah, yeah.
Sonny doesn't run into anybody that says, "Are you here to see Rick?" or like
Right, you'd think he would have heard something from somebody in his
yeah, yeah,
wanderings.
just odd, a little odd, detached. The
Yeah,
whole show is completely detached from all the others.
yeah, yeah. I guess I understand that, but
Yeah,
it was hard not to hear any sort of progress on that, or to hear like where Christina was. Like Christina, you'd think he would have crossed paths with her or talked to her or
yeah,
something.
right. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I guess we just shouldn't think about
And
it that hard. Like
I
somebody
guess
should just
we
be going,
shouldn't.
shh, don't think about it. Shh,
Yeah.
patting you on the back, like shh,
And like
don't remember your
Alexis
feelings.
saw Sonny, and that was, like she would have brought it up too. So
Right,
yeah,
you're right. Yeah, I didn't think about all those connections. Yeah,
but
weird.
yeah, they weren't. They obviously they taped that or wrote that completely outside of some of this stuff, I guess,
Yeah,
or part of it anyway. So okay, that's fine. That's fine. We'll accept that.
yeah. Well, we're fine with that. We're fine. It's
Fine,
fine.
fine. Don't worry. Don't worry. We're not mad.
What else did we have? We had well stuff today. We can kind of move on to today, probably.
Yeah.
We
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. There was one funny moment I thought today.
go ahead.
Maybe more, but I think you probably thought the same thing when Brad went to talk to Portia,
Yeah,
all
yeah,
puffed up and cocky. Like I don't
yeah,
know.
yeah.
It seemed like he should have known that somehow this was going to come back and
Come
bite
back
him. I
and
guess,
bite him on the ass. Yeah, but
and
he was funny, and I actually
he was
thought
funny.
Portia was quite funny too.
Yeah, she was good
Yeah,
too. I don't know why she wasn't like trying to like get even with him before today, but I guess maybe the circumstances just hadn't
yeah.
presented themselves where
I still think that she's like ignoring a good resource in Brad. You know,
totally if she wants to have somebody help her take down Drew, Brad is the
I mean,
guy.
Ava was a good start to turn to
Mhm.
Ava about
Yep,
things,
yep.
but Brad's the
Mhm.
other one that walks on the wild side all the time. So
Yep, yep. Mhm.
definitely he would, and he knows exactly what she did, and
Yeah.
I don't know. It would
Yeah.
be so cool to see them team up somehow.
Yeah, and I think it's possible. I think you're onto something there, G. I was thinking that yeah, that they just have to take advantage of that.
But yeah, that was pretty funny.
Mhm.
Oh, excuse me. Oh my goodness. Well, and we could kind of backtrack, but Lucas and Marco
Yeah.
had a pretty long
Mhm.
scene there at the bar in the Metro Court. What
They
did you think of
did.
that? Do you think they have chemistry?
Well, I don't know that this guy is necessarily any more wholesome than Brad. It seems like he's working with his dad, right? So,
I guess so. Right? Yeah, that's true. Right? Yeah. So
I
maybe
mean,
not.
maybe he does like legit law work too, but it seems like he must know, like, what his dad is up to, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, he does come across as being like a stand-up guy with Lucas. So who knows? Maybe he could be decent to him, but just have his little dark side.
Yeah. Right. Mm.
So I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? Do you like that couple?
Lucas is very likable.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure about this guy yet. My first impression of the guy back when they met was that he was definitely, had nefarious intentions.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I
Mhm.
thought he was gonna, is it called rolling him? I thought he was gonna roll him.
Okay.
Did I
Okay.
use that correctly?
I I don't
I
know if
better Google it.
I hope so. Maybe. I careful what you Google.
I, famous last word. I'm just gonna put in roll definition because obviously there's lots of.
Sure.
Let's see. Okay, how about what is rolling? Oh, you're right. I should.
Oh no! Are you getting pictures? Or is your screen filled with pictures of wieners or something now?
No, not yet. But
Not yet. That's
I
later.
thought it meant like if you take advantage of somebody, like make them think you're gonna have sex with them or something, but then you just rob them blind.
Oh, okay, okay, yeah. I'm sure there is a word for that. Maybe it's rolling. Yeah, there's so many different ways that word is used.
Yeah, but I may be sorry. I've kind of looked this up. Roll is roll. Yeah, never mind.
Okay.
Never mind. But anyway, I thought he was going to, I thought we were going to find Lucas the next day, like tied up
Yeah,
with,
yeah.
no
Right.
money left and no credit cards and
Right, right. Yeah.
And so I'm trying to like get rid of that vibe about the guy because he does seem to like be truly attracted to him.
Right. But now, did he give Lucas any reason to believe that he knew anyone in Port Charles, or that he'd have a?
No, he was. Yeah, so that's a little shady, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Shady.
Yeah, a little slim shady there, Gia. So
I'm trying to be hip so hard, and it's really not working.
So hard, yeah. You're exhausting yourself, and I think the rest of us.
Go back to my sleeve stack. That's where I'm most comfortable and most effective.
Yeah, with your weird little sci-fi fantasy shows that you think are
weird.
popular.
It was a very, very popular show called Land of the Lost, and pretty much anybody who was a child in that era. Like, you would have had to go out of your way to not watch Land of the Lost, and that lets me know so much about you.
I guess I must have been going out of my way then. I don't know what that looked like at that time, but
what were you watching on Saturday mornings?
I always felt like it was sort of a wasteland for TV Saturday mornings. Nothing was that good, right?
Let's see. It's from 1974. It had 3 seasons.
74. Okay. Yeah. So I was like 11.
Was it popular? I'll ask that.
Nope.
I didn't say were you popular.
Oh, jeez.
And its remake, popular in their respective eras. Yeah, they did a 2009 film with Will Ferrell. God,
whoa!
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Huh. Okay.
Saturday morning children's adventure show mixed live action with stop motion dinosaurs. I mean, what is not to like?
Yeah, it seems like it would have been popular with little boys. So.
We should do that Between Two Ferns show. Just insult each other all day long. I've never watched the actual show, but I see snippets of it all.
I know. I've only seen little clips too. It's a fun idea. Yeah, we're somewhere between that and Jiminy Glick, I guess, aren't we?
Oh, anyway. So, yeah, I guess the jury's out on Marco. You're right.
Exactly.
Why would you not reveal that your father lives there now? That would be like you'd leave. Where are you from? Port Charles. Oh, my father just
Yeah. Because it's going to be, something you have to explain at some point, I would think. I don't know.
So you're purposely concealing this information. So
Yeah, I'd say so. Just like Natalia's concealing that information
yeah,
from
and she
everyone.
was wearing a lot of concealer, I think, also,
Yes,
and a
that too.
dress that had a lot of retching. I did think though, not just her, but I feel like the last couple episodes was the makeup being laid on really extra thick. I feel like everybody was really made up. Like when they were
Maybe.
grinning, I felt like it was looking like it was hard to like that
Yeah,
crinkle of the eye was having a
yeah,
hard time
yeah,
with all the
yeah.
concealer.
Uh-huh.
Everybody.
Maybe. Yeah. Well, the lighting was also brighter in some of those settings, so
Oh,
maybe
maybe
that
that
sort
was
of,
it. Yeah.
you know. But yeah, that doesn't make us mad either, though. Don't worry if you know.
No, I mean, and if it were a rabbit and you made it up to that degree, it would look fabulous.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think they'd object either, as long as you didn't get it right in their eyes.
Yeah. I've never been on board with that foundation idea. Well, that's not true. In high school, I wore it, but
Did you?
I wore everything in high school. All of it.
Yeah,
went to
I'll
high
take some of
school.
that too.
I went to high school in Tennessee, so
Yeah, so
like
southern gals, I guess.
you wore all of it. I wore all the colors of the eyeshadow.
Uh-huh. That's wonderful, Gia.
Yeah, I look good.
I bet.
My mother, though, I remember my mother, like, she didn't wear much makeup, but she would wear foundation. And
Mhm.
she got to a point where she was always in a hurry or whatever, but she'd be putting it on in the bathroom with the lights off. And then she'd come out with like, she'd have like blobs of it here and there, and and
Uh-huh.
I'd be like, Mom, what are you doing? And I'd be like, come on, you got to fix. And now I'm at the age where I totally, totally understand
Yeah.
not wanting to look at yourself in the mirror. And like, I get,
Uh-huh.
and I think
Yeah.
that's what she was like. She knew she was supposed to be wearing makeup, and so she was trying to be presentable, but she was like,
She didn't want to observe the results,
I
really.
guess so. And it was really
Interesting.
sad. Like later when she had Alzheimer's,
Mhm.
um, she described to me, she was like, she wanted me to buy some foundation for her, and she couldn't
Uh-huh.
remember. She was like, I used to wear,
Uh-huh.
and I
Uh-huh.
went and got it for her. It was kind of
Aw.
it's a
Yeah.
sad little shared moment. There, now everybody brought
Yeah.
down. You're
Not
welcome.
not entirely. That's sort of a sweet moment.
Yeah,
Bittersweet.
but it was a little sad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, anyway, uh, mothers, my goodness.
Mothers. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, what else happened? What other big? I feel like we had a lot of Joss training, and then that.
Oh, yeah. That was a little weird too when she kind of narked on. Oh, we finally got the guy's name, right? What's his name? Austin or something? No, we
Was it?
already have an Austin, didn't we?
Yeah, he
Austin
died, but
Gatlin
nobody
Holt.
nobody
Yeah.
cared.
Nobody misses him.
Nobody
We all
misses
miss
him.
him.
And
I
also, like, if you notice, Cyrus has just been gone, no body found, and nobody's
Nope.
mentioning any of that,
Everybody's
speaking of.
fine. Everybody's
Yeah, they're just
fine.
relieved. They're just relieved.
Yeah. Yeah. Mhm.
Like, yeah. Wait, what was his name? I don't remember now.
I can't remember either, but it seemed like in 1 minute they were becoming sort of friendly, and then she saw that little exchange with him and that woman,
Yep.
and then and that also seemed kind of, well, a lot of things of course are sloppy, but when what's his name, Brennan, came in to talk to them, or to talk to the guy, and the guy's like, oh, I want to get back out in the field, and he's like, not after what happened in Romania. It's like, you're
Yeah,
really going
like
to have
maybe
this
he's thinking that.
conversation in front
Yeah,
of
in front of
Josh,
her, right? A
you know?
trainee. Yeah.
Yeah, so that
Well,
all, I don't know.
was the whole thing a test, though, to see if she would
Oh, to
learn?
see if yeah, okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. Still, it
Well,
seems a little like rinky dink, but
yeah, I'm not saying it necessarily was.
it did seem like that like it was kind of obvious, I guess. That,
Yeah, right.
so I don't know. Oh,
Oh,
somebody got their wings, huh? Um,
Rain possible.
Oh, thank you. So that was weird. And then I was also noticing that in that little training room, like they've got that whole coffee bar, which seems weird to me.
Yeah, and what was weird was everybody's sitting there having their coffee at tables, so they're having it
in to-go cups. Yeah,
in to-go cups. Drives me crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that wrong that it drives me crazy?
Nope, it's not. It's not. Especially because usually when they're holding those to-go cups, they always seem like they're holding them in a way that lets you know there's no liquid in them.
Oh yeah, that's your pet peeve for sure.
That's my pet peeve. Yeah, I don't like that. But at least put something in there.
I love the way you say that. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Should that be my catchphrase for my?
That's another T-shirt. Fantastic T-shirt.
Ooh, I don't like that. Yeah. Okay, that would be a good one.
I don't like that. What did you think about the croissant?
Did you just want to say croissant? I did. That's for our French listener. Durian. Yeah, you're welcome. We'll throw in a little French here and there.
Croissant. I'm sending you, as we're talking about this, I'm sending you various things about capybaras and croissants.
Great. I'm glad you can multitask while we're podcasting, Gia.
This is pretty lightweight stuff.
Okay. I think the tragic part was seeing the croissant dropped on the floor. We never like to see a pastry casualty.
I know, ever. Casually sacrificed for whatever little spy games.
Yeah, that's wrong. That's gratuitous violence, I would say.
Gratuitous. Nice vocab.
Always protect the pastry. She should have dove under that plate and saved the pastry.
Save the pastry. Yeah, that would have been maybe that was the test. Did she?
Maybe that is the T-shirt. Save the pastry.
Yeah, save the pastry. Yeah.
Maybe
save the pastry.
Maybe that was the test. That is a WSB I could get behind. Yeah. They call her into the room, I'm sorry. We thought you were a good candidate, but
you let the croissant hit the floor.
The croissant. Yeah, croissant? You let the whole organization down.
Yeah, should I send you any more of these? I guess you have to click on them to see.
Oh, Jesus.
I don't know if they're going to play for you or just show you an image.
I have my hands full. With you, trying to keep you on track.
I know you like capybaras. I mean,
I do. They're another cute animal. Very cute. What's their native land? I don't know if I should know.
Peru? I don't know.
South America? Is that where they hail from?
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, guinea pigs. Aren't guinea pigs from South America? I think we probably should have a rule that we can't Google anything that's not hospital related while we're podcasting. I think
I'm not voting for that. Why would we want that? The capybara is the world's largest rodent, native to South America.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
What about the nutria?
Well, yeah. Now those have been
them in the past, but
yeah. Are they native to North America, or were they introduced and did they become like one of those invasive sort of species?
I think that they've decided that they're invasive. Large semi-aquatic rodents native to South America. Yeah.
When you hear the words semi-aquatic and rodent together, that's where I get a little uneasy.
Yeah. Ooh, they've got some teeth. They got some chompers.
I'm just not sure this is why people are tuning in, and I realize we're past the 50-minute mark, so probably anybody who's listening now is just on their way to work and they just are looking for their parking spot. So They're enduring us. They're enduring us because they have that task to complete. But
well, maybe they're on their way to buy a croissant. And
protect your croissant. If you're out buying a pastry, for God's sake, make sure it's stable on the plate and
don't let it hit the floor. Yeah.
You know, and practice some situational awareness. Okay, so you don't bump into somebody else like that. What happened on Hospital today? That was very hard to watch.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if any other big things happened. That's why we've nattered off into the land.
Is that why? Yeah.
Rodents.
That's why. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we kind of covered the big stuff.
I guess we probably did. What was the big stuff again?
Well, Marco is Natalia.
It's all the Sidwell stuff, which is, I guess, big, but it's not good big. It's just big.
It's not good, but it's a development anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and there was a lot of Carly and Brennan kind of stuff, snogging right there in the restaurant. Which
I don't know if I like that either.
Nobody likes it. They're all trying to stop. Oh, well, we had a little stuff with Jason and Sasha today.
Yeah, we did.
Whatever. Poor Jason. He's a caretaker to his whole world, and
he is, and they're not always behaving for him.
Hardly ever. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
For a guy that wants to be a solo, I'm
an island. Yeah.
Yeah, and it ends up just caretaking everyone around him.
That's right, Gia. Poor fella.
Yeah.
Poor Jason.
But I think we kind of covered most of the big stuff.
I guess we did, more or less, and probably not in the sort of quality manner that people have come to know us for, but
right. For which people have come to know us.
Or that. Oh dear, you're fun.
We talked about rodents. We came up with a couple T-shirt ideas.
Yeah. I think we should. I'm going to start keeping track of them in my phone.
I know. We should keep a notepad nearby and write these down because honestly, we have had some real winners.
This is what's going to make it possible for us to retire.
Exactly. Once we can enable that button where people are sending money our way, then man, we are hitting the big time. Something with capybaras on it and nutrients. And they could say things. They could be saying things like "save the pastry."
I don't like that. Yeah. Save the pastry.
I don't like that. So you.
That's weird that's become associated with me. Save the pastry. Yeah.
Anyway,
okay.
We appreciate everybody if you're still here. Thank you.
We do, and I think we should try to do a slightly better job next time.
Okay, you work on that.
Okay,
I don't
try.
think I got it in me. Good as it gets, I'm afraid.
Okay. Well, I think we're all hoping that you will heal from the loss of your saddle.
My saddle. Well, I'm going out to see the fabulous Thunderbirds and Firefall.
Oh,
I think that's going to help.
And when you said Firefall before, I hadn't put it together that it was the band Firefall. But you said Dave Mason.
What were you thinking I meant by Firefall?
I don't know. Well, you said Dave Mason was going to be playing with the band Firefall. Is that right?
No, originally it was Dave Mason and he fell ill.
So okay. So Firefall. Okay. Yeah. That still seems like a weird combo because they seem like mellow,
weird.
Right?
Very weird. Yeah. And they seem like they should be opening.
Right. I know that's your position on that. Yeah. I think
We're just really bezinging each other tonight. Good.
Sort of in a sideways manner.
Yeah. But anyway, I'll let everybody know how it is next time. It's kind of
okay. We'll look forward to that. I couldn't say that. That was very hard. Okay.
All right. You have a good night. We'll talk to you in a few days.
Okay.
See ya. Bye.
Bye-bye.